Hello, I hope you're doing well today. My name is Cristiano Ronaldo, and I'm here to guide you through a unique English learning experience. Today's topic comes directly from a thoughtful question submitted by one of our dedicated learners. The question was simple but quite powerful: how should we correctly pronounce the word that's spelled WRLD? At first glance, this may seem like a straightforward word, but in truth, it carries a mix of some of the trickiest sounds in the English language. These sounds can be especially challenging for learners whose native languages do not include similar pronunciations or who use them in a completely different way. Let's begin by examining each part of the word to better understand the mechanics of how to say it naturally and confidently. To start, we have the initial letter W. This sound is often difficult for speakers of certain languages, especially if their language tends to use a V sound in similar places. The W sound requires a very particular mouth movement. You need to form your lips into a small circular shape as if you're about to whistle. Unlike the V sound, where your upper teeth touch your lower lip, for the W sound, your lips should not touch your teeth at all. They simply round forward and produce the sound by blowing air through them. So it's not V, but W. Practice that a few times until it feels more natural. This letter opens the door to the rest of the pronunciation journey in this word. Now, let's move on to the combination of letters in the middle, O and R. This is where things get interesting. You might expect the letter O to make a classic O sound, but in this context, the presence of the R immediately following it changes its character entirely. English pronunciation often transforms depending on the letters that surround a vowel, and this is a perfect example. Instead of a typical O sound, it shifts into something more like an sound. Think of the way your lips round again, similar to the W, and how your tongue stays suspended in the middle of your mouth, not touching your teeth or roof. It almost feels like a pirate saying ARR, but with more lip involvement. This unique sound fusion is one of the reasons this word can feel so awkward at first. Once you've mastered that blend, we move to the next challenge, transitioning from the R sound to the L sound. This shift is particularly tricky for many learners. The R keeps your tongue hovering in the middle of your mouth, but the L requires the tip of your tongue to make direct contact with the upper front teeth or the gum line just behind them. It's a quick flicking motion, and getting that transition smooth and clear takes practice. So from R to L, you go from a floating tongue to a definite tap. You're almost there. Finally, we have the D at the end. Compared to the rest, this sound is relatively simple. Your tongue touches the roof of your mouth, and you release the sound gently. When you put all of this together, you get something that sounds like world. Let's take it slow for a moment. Say each sound one at a time. Woo, then then lu, and finally da. Try blending them. World. Do it a few times slowly. Then gradually increase your speed. Remember, clear pronunciation always begins with control. Once you can say it slowly, clearly, and confidently, only then start to pick up the pace. Many learners feel discouraged when they cannot say a word correctly on the first try. But let me reassure you that mastering pronunciation is all about persistence and repetition. Nobody speaks fluently overnight. Even native speakers practice these sounds as children. You are doing just fine. Now, let me throw in a bit of fun and a bit of a challenge. There's another word out there that shares a very similar sound structure. It's the word squirrel. Sounds wild, doesn't it? This word has a unique blend at the beginning, SQU. Then it includes the sound and ends with an L. So squirrel. It shares a lot with the word world. If you want to push your skills further, try saying this sentence: there are many squirrels in the world named Earl. Say it again. There are many squirrels in the world named Earl. This sentence may sound funny, but it helps you practice complex blends and sound transitions in English. Plus, it's memorable. You might also come across the word Earl on its own, like the name or the tea, Earl Grey. The Earl sound is embedded in many words and is important to recognize and master. You'll hear this sound in words like hurl, curl, whirl, and of course, world. They all revolve around the same core pronunciation pattern. The better you become at saying one of them, the easier it will be to say the others. Each repetition strengthens your ability to articulate English naturally. Another point to remember is that pronunciation is influenced by rhythm and flow. In English, we don't just speak in single words. We speak in connected phrases. So practice saying full sentences, not just isolated words. For example, try, "I live in a small world full of surprises." Or, "The world is a beautiful place." These phrases help you practice transitions, pacing, and the natural intonation of English speech. And here's one more bonus tip. Record yourself. Use your phone or any recording device, speak slowly, clearly, and then listen back. Compare your pronunciation to a native speaker's version. Notice what's different. Then try again. This is how real progress happens. With patience, persistence, and a positive attitude, you will improve. Before we wrap up, I want to say how much I appreciate you for dedicating time to improve your English. The fact that you're here, taking time to master pronunciation, shows your commitment. Keep going. You're on the right path. If you found this helpful, there are more pronunciation and speaking tips waiting for you. Keep practicing, stay confident, and remember that every time you repeat a word correctly, you're one step closer to fluency. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I truly enjoy helping you grow your skills in English. Take care and keep learning. I'll be waiting for you in the next lesson.